I would tell them that even though in this exact moment as this is happening to you, you feel potentially maybe incredibly isolated and alone, and I want you to know that in that moment, you're not. You feel all these things, but there are resources and there are support systems that are available to you, so that you don't have to go through this on your own. I made the mistake of feeling alone and letting myself believe that I was. And that made it really difficult the first couple of days after what had happened to get anywhere with my feelings and thoughts. So I would say, yes, your feelings are valid, but this is not the end, and there's so much out there that can help you, and someone else might be able to know how to deal with this better than you do. They might have an idea. They might be able to support you in your idea. That just my big thing, my big piece of advice would be, don't sit with this on your own. You don't have to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can definitely speak to that. I think that for the longest time, I struggled with being able to ask for help and felt guilty and that I wasn't capable if I was asking for help. And I think that that's one of the things that I would really suggest to somebody going through a scenario like mine, is that you are capable, you are worthy, and you are valid, and to reach out for that help. And it's okay if somebody asks you for help and you take it, because that's sometimes the hardest part too, is that it can feel like somebody noticed I'm struggling and I'm not holding it together and I need to put my mask back on. And I'm here to say it's okay to take your mask off. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to have that help and find your own power back on your own pace.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that perseverance piece is huge, especially for everyone, but for anyone who is trans or non-binary. The experiences that I've gone through are ordinary, and as much as I'd like to say that everything is fixed and that I have single-handedly solved misgendering and I've solved preferred name usage, that's not the truth of the situation. But you are who you are, and your identity is valid, and you should be proud of who you are, more than anything, because I think it takes a lot of courage and bravery, no matter who you present yourself to the world. And at the end of the day, you have to be true to you. You have to be yourself and to stand up for what you think is right. And I thought that each of you were incredibly brave, and you did that. And I am in awe, and I hope to do the same. And I hope that anyone who's listening or watching does the same too.
Yeah, like the others said, just don't be afraid to get help. There's so many support systems that you can rely on. For people with disabilities, there's so many different organizations that you can get help from. And like, you can rely on them. They will have amazing resources for you. And like I said during my story, there's the Conestoga Student Rights and Responsibilities Office that I got help from, and there's